What's this? Are you planning on getting a job with Zeno too?
Huh?
It says here you've been staying in this town for months, but it seems you're not on our list for potential recruitment from Rayashki. I should remind you, for you researchers, what you produce tells much more about you than your efforts.
That's precisely why I'm here.
Go on.
Based on the recent investigations, I'm confident that there is a new energy source in the area that has yet to be discovered.
And that's it? We already believed there was something here when we sent you out in the first place. You were sent here to find it. Instead, all you do is confirm what we already knew.
But you said that perpetual energy was just a myth, didn't you?
Of course it wasn't just a myth, lady. Why else would we ask you to investigate here in the first place? Do you have anything else to report?
No, but I do need your help. I will need an armed squad to come with me to the mining sites so that I can continue my investigations into this subject. I'm afraid I don't know how long it will take. It also depends on the number of soldiers you can spare for the task.
You have a terrible sense of humor.
I'm not being funny. You want more research on the new resource too, don't you?
Miss Windsong, do you really think this is even a remotely reasonable request? Critters are running rampant in the area, and you demand help to verify what is, as far as I can see, a highly questionable conclusion. Why should I waste Zenos' time and resources on this? Not to mention, putting the lives of our soldiers at risk.
If you have doubts, please take a look at these files.
And let me guess, you learned all this from your study of ley lines? To date, the theory of ley lines has neither been approved by the Arcane Study Review Association, nor accepted by the Project Assessment of Human Science and Technology. It has zero academic achievements, zero endorsements, and aside from the questionable example in front of me, zero researchers.
That's all only a temporary setback.
Ms. Windsong, I sympathize with the awkward situation I have put you in. However, Zenos simply cannot afford to waste resources on a proposal without any solid evidence.
I will give you something. All I need is a bit of help up front, I promise. Did you not come here to deal with these critters? Then what's the fuss about? Can't you deal with them while accompanying me to these mining sites as well?
I'm afraid you've got our intentions altogether wrong. Zeno is here for one thing only. A source of perpetual energy. This is what you have been tasked to find, with the resources you were given. We won't approve any further requests until you have a solid lead. We aren't paying you for a charity mission.
So then you never planned on controlling the critters here. The squad you brought here was to control the town?
A force sufficient to deal with the critters would have attracted unwanted attention from our rivals. It is not in our interests to share this town or its resources. I'm sure you can see that.
So even if we do find the resource for you, you won't leave this town or its people alone.
We're talking about the ultimate energy source of Arcanum. Do you think we will just walk away and leave it to be squandered by a bunch of ignorant peasants and miners?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
What we are going to do with Rayashki should be of no concern to you. We have made every arrangement for them. We aren't monsters. Before the final decision is made, we will continue to help the locals as much as we can. Including you.
Is this?
You seem surprised. Isn't it what you have always wanted? With Zenos' endorsement, you will be able to teach your program in any university. We have prepared this gesture of our good faith in you. Now, it's your turn to show yours. Forget about an armed squad. They have more important things to do. You're on your own, my friend. But prove to us that you can do this job and bring us the best answer you can give. And this piece of paper will be yours when you complete your mission.
I understand.
See that you do. Good luck out there, Miss Windsong.
Was I out of my mind? He was just trying to get me out of his office. He threw a carrot out of the window and I chased right after it like a blinded mule. Still. Maybe this carrot is too good to let go. Focus. Once I fill the gaps in my data, I will be able to pitch it to Zeno, and all subsequent research won't be a problem anymore. The primary food sources for Hoytuk are raw minerals underground. Those processed metals only keep them from starving to death. They wouldn't have gone across any icy ocean just to gnaw on old equipment and trash. All I need to do is find a trace of their activity so that I can learn about their current conditions and from there, locate their other food sources. Stay calm. Hoytuk are gentle creatures. They rarely attack humans. I just need to be cautious. Ух ты! All right, change of direction. If I were to look down instead of looking forward, Maybe I should scan the area and follow where the ley energy is leading, just like I did at Silbury Hill. Of course, I hope the outcome will be different this time. Before all that, I need to clear out this place. Природа — это числа и черты. Природа — это мозаика цветов. Shoot. Now I've done it. Those vestigial digging teeth, the 3 fingers long tearing teeth, these are not Hoytuk. These scaled wings must be for swimming. Then you must be... Mutant Kikituk from the Olga area. You should be at the Olga Strait hunting for migrating salmon and here. Why would you come here? What inspired you to trek across the ocean just to hunt for humans? It seems while their claws and teeth have degraded, their reflex is much quicker than a Hoytuk's. They perceived my approach even though I used my ley line reader as a dampener.
Get out! Get out of here! I'll cover you!
Thank you, sir. Evgeny, the kids told me about a can pile. Is it nearby?
Can pile? They must be talking about our waste metal. I'm afraid it's gone, Miss Windsong. Maybe animals dug it all out, or maybe those little monsters ate it.
Do you know if that happened before or after the Runian mines ran dry?
I'm not sure. You shouldn't be here. There's nothing of value to find in this place. And you're not supposed to be using this arcane equipment here either. We have a better way to deal with these fierce little monsters. What you're doing will just attract more of them.
You can drive away the Kikituks?
Not anymore. We don't have much left to fight them off with. Zeno didn't bring any equipment for our team, let alone any weapons. Go. Leave before it's too late.
What if I don't want to just give up?
I've seen your residence application. You say you are a researcher. Then you should be clever enough not to go down a fruitless and dangerous path.
I admit that what I am doing here is reckless, and maybe I'm just motivated by my own selfish interests, but I can't just walk away from my commitments. You have lived in Rayashki for a long time. You know what commitment means here much better than I do. I won't give it up so easily. Just like the people here won't give away their land like nothing.
It's stubbornness. That's all. They should have gone to other places and put their talents to good use, rather than staying here to fight for nothing.
Is that why you gave away the town so easily to Zeno? Do you really even know your neighbors?
I have lived and worked together with them for decades. Don't be ridiculous. I agree with Zenos' perspective.
I've been to many places, and I have encountered many people like you. Stuck-up leader types, making decisions on behalf of other people because it's what's good for them.
And they should listen, just as you should now. It's my responsibility to protect everyone, to do right by them. I will make them see it tomorrow at the hearing.
People of Rayashki, my dear friends, good day to you all. Over the past 2 days, Zeno has assessed the potential risks and benefits in the area and held hearings on what should be done about the future of this town. Our hearings saw very limited attendance. We've taken that to be a gesture of approval. Mr. Evgeny has put in a great effort helping to make these changes happen. We all owe him a great deal. Thank you, sir. Please believe that we have made the best decision we could for you. We all know the runium here has run dry, and the land has been exhausted of all further material wealth, now and into the foreseeable future. As a result, your local processing factory has lost its intended purpose. What's more, Zeno has changed our cooperation strategy. Though your town's loyalty will never be forgotten, we must have a sober-minded view of its costs and benefits. To sum up, our final decision is that we will be ending operations and all future cooperation between Zeno and Rayashki.
Well, Mr. Bertolt, you have just got here. Perhaps you didn't have enough time to get to know us well enough. Rayashki's value is not just in Arunium. We have many other factories too.
Yes, you have a brick factory, a power plant, many forklifts, a smattering of conveyor belts. But all these were all built and suited for only the processing of runium ore. Without the ore, they simply have no benefit to us. Now that you have full knowledge of the situation and our intentions, we want to assure you that your loyalty has not been forgotten. So we have generously prepared 2 choices for the future of Rayashki. Firstly, Zeno believes that you have many valuable qualities. The determination and skills you've shown in the past year of our cooperation have proved that your people can be a great asset to us. Indeed, many of you already meet the entrance requirements to join Zeno. Therefore, on behalf of Zeno Arms Academy, I wish to extend a heartfelt invitation to you. Leave Rayashki, join us, and work for one of our other branches as members of Zeno.
What are you saying? You want us to abandon our home for some promise of a job?
Calm down, Mr. Knut. This is not about abandoning your home. It's about joining us in our efforts to contribute toward peace through a more optimized allocation of manpower.
So you're just going to pack us all up and ship us away to work for Zeno?
You misunderstand, madam. Every year, Zeno dismisses 4% of our employees because they failed to pass our rigorous work reviews. And the number of our colleagues that are killed in the line of duty is even larger still. Working for Zeno is a privilege, not a gift. That's why only a small number of you will be allowed to come and work for us. What? Now, according to Article 58 in the section on protection of Arcanist rights, signed at the Event Horizon Convention, we will provide basic supplies for any residents who haven't been offered a position with Zeno. They will be transferred immediately to the nearest relief station until our social workers contact them for further arrangements.
So then, you're suggesting you will send our children and elderly away to some kind of refugee station? And the rest of us must go to work for Zeno without any questions? Pridurak! This is total rubbish!
Sir, please lower your voice.
Well, you would be glad to know that your work experience in particular is valuable to Zeno, Mr. Knut. If you're not interested in our first plan, we have another. If the residents in the area prove reluctant to relocate, Zeno can offer another alternative. As stated earlier, Rayashki is a remote town that possesses some significant industrial infrastructure. Therefore, it could be considered an ideal location for a new complex of arms factories. There would be a need to substantially upgrade the Rayashki Wharf, to turn it into one of the seaports Zeno plans to build across the globe. Additionally, a radio station will be constructed within the town, which will better facilitate our communication throughout the Arctic region so as to stabilize and coordinate with the other powers in the area. We will now be passing out forms, listing the options I've presented. Please fill them in with your choice.
So your only other option is to turn Rayashki into some kind of military base under Zenos' control?
I won't put it so bluntly, but you're not incorrect. Our resources, as much as anyone's, are limited, and they must be put to good use. We cannot afford to waste them on strategically useless, costly people and places. If you want Zeno to help you, you should be able to give us something in return. Don't you agree?
So, Yevgeny, this is the best choice you made for all of us?
I must speak in Mr. Evgeny's defense. He is committed to his duty and only wishes to do what he can for his compatriots.
Shameless! All you've done is sold us out!
You tell them, Knut.
Do you think it's getting a bit windy lately? Clearly, with all the hot air in Evgeny's head, his mind has been blown away.
I swear to you, I'm not doing this out of my own interest. Comrades, there are many better places in this world, and you have better purposes to fulfill. You shouldn't waste your time here.
Let's all calm down, my friends. It's time to be reasonable. Think carefully. Zeno has been very generous regarding the offers before you.
Generous? Now that's ridiculous. We won't let you take away our family and friends, nor are we about to let you turn our town into a puppet state.
We will stay here, no matter what.
Comrades, I understand how you feel right now. But we must face the cruel reality of our situation.
And you're to send away our own people, or give up on all we've built here because of this so-called reality.
It is the only way forward. If we continue to stay here without any help, it will be the end of us either way.
Do we have to turn to Zeno for this help?
The truth is, just as Rayashki's economy has been dependent on Runion, we remain dependent on Zeno. Without them, at the present rate of consumption, we will be out of supplies and materials within a year.
The situation looks bad. Zeno is determined to gain control over this place. But if I complete the task as Zeno requested, does it mean I will shatter their dream? And what about my dream? Did the people who refused to acknowledge the study of ley lines act out of the same self-interest? I've seen this happen so many times before. A simple dream is made to face a cruel reality, where the clever ones give up and leave, and the stubborn fools remain, waiting to be crushed. We asked for our misery.
I'm not finished!
But I am, Miss Villa.
Sir, with all due respect, I can't complete this task alone. As an ordinary researcher, I can relate to them. Please, forgive me for interrupting. I have heard so much about Rayashki these days. They started from nothing, but bit by bit they accomplished the impossible. Their voice should be heard. Природа — это числа и черты.
Mr. Boathold! We can't hold them any longer.
Now, will you listen to me? We don't need your help. Your soldiers and your tyranny are no longer welcome here. Comrades, what do you say? Shall we solve the problem with the strength of our own hands and hearts?
What else can we do? This is what we've always done when there was a problem.
There will be more solutions than problems if we work together.
If I must die, I will die here with all of you.
Just stop talking nonsense, you idiot! Nobody is going to die.
Rayashki belongs to all of us. We will stand with it till its last moment.
They might say they're just ordinary people, but they are so brave and noble. I really have traded the future of these people away from my ley line studies? Zeno. I was a mule chasing after a carrot on a stick. They lured me here all so I could help ruin everything.
You seem to be in a good mood. We taught Zeno a lesson. They were forced to leave with their devil's bargains and tails stuck behind them. We fought back, finally. A nice little trick that was. Thank you, Comrade Windsong. We all know who the mysterious hero was that gave us a helping hand.
I didn't do anything.
It's no shame to have helped your friends, not to mention to stand up to Zeno. Have more confidence in yourself, Comrade Windsong.
But will you really gain anything from this fight?
Not sure. But we have to do something, right? That's why I'm here.
To talk to me? I don't know why, but Miss Vila, you must have thought too much of me. In fact, I'm only a simple researcher. I'm not powerful enough to change Zeno's decision.
You are the one thinking too much, Comrade Windsong. Your ley line lessons were much more popular than you think. They have had a positive effect on the children. Now they are looking at the bigger picture and observing the world in a more detailed way. You've unleashed their curiosity. Is the aurora the bubbles spit out by the stars? They form such a beautiful map. Do they study ley lines too?
But it remains the case that the study of ley lines has never been verified. For all its ambitions, only a limited number of people studied it in the past decades, and that number is decreasing even now.
What you're looking at is not some skin problem. My past as a Rusalka.
Rusalka? You mean the mermaid from folklore?
My people used to live in a far secluded place in the north, away from the humans. For hundreds of years there was only hostility, plunder and slaughter between us and them. We only started to learn more about each other in the last few decades, and then I was born. It's been a hard life growing up within human society, but I've become used to it. Still, some things never got easier. Most humans still thought I was a freak. They welcomed me with mocking, sarcasm and contempt for my people, my heritage. As for the Rusalki, they too found the half-blooded mermaid unacceptable. They didn't approve of my living among the humans, forcing me to live as a fugitive in Moscow and St. Petersburg. They tried to catch me by every means possible, so they could wash away the stain they saw in me.
That sounds very difficult.
Humans have stigmatized and haunted the Rusalki for centuries, while Rusalki still have the instinct to attack and plunder human ships even now. How are they supposed to make peace in such little time? That was what I thought years ago. Then I came to this town. A wonderful world where humans and Rusalki could live in peace. I was finally convinced. In Rayashki, everyone can make contributions with their skills, whether you are a human, a Rusalka, or a ley line researcher. I don't mean to give you more stress or push you. You will always be our friend, whatever your choices. But this is not an unreachable dream. It's real.
The editor of the environmental research agreed to publish our report, finally! But he only gave us 5,000 words. On the last few pages. Undoubtedly, it's still a good start. Our first step to reviving the study of ley lines.
That's it, I give up. Maybe I'll study something else, like urban planning or landscape design. At least I can make a living that way.
The study of ley lines is outdated. Everyone agrees now that it can't be verified by science. This whole study was a dead end. Ley lines are only a baseless theory of arcanum.
I tried talking about our study of ley lines with other arcanists, but almost no one has ever heard of it. They are more interested in Laplace's breakthroughs. Or anecdotes in their own fields, like the chaotic energy sampling mentioned in the paper written by the Butterfly of Lorentz.
So, maybe it is an unreachable dream? I do wish I could help, but it would take a lot of resources to verify the theory behind ley lines. There may be even danger and sacrifice. Even Zeno has paid little attention to my research. They only see it as a means to an end. Researchers in other fields can stand on the shoulders of giants, while I don't even have a school to return to. I doubt that the study of ley lines will help you much.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty, Comrade Windsong.
sorry.
До скорой встречи.
До встречи, Вилла.
Wait! Comrade Windsong! Don't forget your next lesson. The children are still waiting.
But the town is...
Life must continue, comrade. We can't let our worries stop us.
Okay. Class is over. Thank goodness I still remembered the basic premises of ley lines in biology. Feel free to ask me any questions. Oh, cheer up, little ones. There won't be any exams for this subject.
Miss Windsong, are you going to dig up those potatoes alone again?
Is there anything we can do to help you? Miss Vila said we will work together to beat the critters out there. That we will find their weakness as long as we finish the map with you.
Just like how you taught us to. Kikirin are not dangerous at all. They are plant-eating critters and pose little threat to humans.
I have ropes, flowers, and white gloves. We will dig up a lot of potatoes together. Bioka is strong. He can move any rocks that are in our way. Nina can prepare a kettle of warm water for everyone. And...
I'm sorry, little ones. I wish I could verify all the theories we've been working on, but... As you can see, a critical part is missing. It might take months to finish it. Besides, there may be even more dangerous critters in that area.
Then the town will become the witch's new castle. Or perhaps an empty castle.
Quiet, children. Wipe your tears and cheer up. Our Rayashki will stand strong.
Really?
But what are you going to do? Vila, I hope you aren't seriously considering Zenos.
Of course not. They might try, but we will never give in. No matter what, for now, we must find a way to protect our town. We will need a shelter from these critters. We've all decided to stay. Look outside, children. Each and every one of us is doing what we can to hold our town together.
Knut's factory is spitting out puffy bubbles?
The workers are going to transform the abandoned factories into something useful. They're cleaning the ore and debris there. Not an easy job. After that, we will start new production lines and cooperate with the surrounding cities. We will grow potatoes, breed fish, and make canned food. We will find our strength together.
Are we putting makeup on the factories? We can paint their faces and put beautiful garlands on them. So what is Mr. Patrick doing? Everyone's waiting in line. Is it the Teen Hat Festival again?
I'm sorry, August. I think we will have to live without our tin hats and Comrade Blinchik for a long time. They are signing on to a reform of our rationing. To transform our factories, we need to cut down the budget for the canteen.
Oh, thank you for your sacrifice, Comrade Blinchik. You deserve a medal and some chocolate.
Look! The bulldozers are tearing down those houses!
Yes, we all agreed to exchange some of our living space for more land to grow food.
Is much higher than it first seemed. Is it worth it?
Of course. You cannot find what we have here in Zenos barracks or in a relief camp. You can't find it anywhere in the world. Think about the old comrades and the babies. They're the past and the future of Rayashki. How could we leave them behind or subject them to Zenos' whims? No one shall ever be abandoned in Rayashki.
I think people out there would be envious if they saw what you are doing here.
We really aren't doing anything so special. We're only doing our job, our duty to one another.
There are lots of conflicts out there. Conflicts like the one between humans and Rusalki. Like the ones that mocked the study of ley lines and dissolved our school. They did so simply because it might take from their funds or steal their glory. Everyone forever building walls just to keep separated from each other. Hoarding whatever they could get their hands on. Then they blame the aftermath, the harm they do to others on cruel realities. Cruel reality. It seems to be everyone's mortal enemy, the cause of all suffering, war, greed, the perfect excuse to never care.
But things are different in Rayashki. They took me in unconditionally when I came here, and they stayed friendly for a week, a month, a year, and even now. So naturally, it became my dream too. Everyone here shares a beautiful dream, a dream that we can work and enjoy life together. That someday there will be no more conflicts between people or worries about tomorrow. Instead, everyone will be able to work to achieve their passions, whatever field they wish to pursue. A utopia. It's not just a way of life for now, but the future we're always trying to reach. I've spread the study of ley lines in Rayashki, along with its potential. They showed great interest. The study tells us about the secrets that could lie beneath the earth after all. Perhaps it will bring hope to Rayashki.
But I'm not one of you.
You taught the children something new, and you helped us explore our town's potential, didn't you? Everyone here is more than happy to help you. You know, Comrade Knut has been boasting about the assistance he was able to provide for your studies. And many others are envious. They want to help you too. More importantly, you already have a group of curious students here willing to study your theory. Now, allow me to ask you again, Comrade Windsong. Would you hold a lecture on ley lines for all the citizens of Rayashki?
Even though my research doesn't have any endorsements or achievements?
Of course. Perhaps we can be the first to endorse it, after your lecture.
You're being far too obvious in your recruitment tactics.
The world is not a beautiful place. Poverty, privilege, egoism, exclusivism, so many problems. But that doesn't mean it can't get better in the future. Perhaps the experiment we're doing in Rayashki now will become the symbol of a better future. A new world where all races and ideas can coexist. Well, of course it may fail and end up a ruin. But at least we've tried. We love our home and we're ready to devote our lives to it.
I can't shake the feeling you're inviting me aboard a leaky boat that could sink at any moment.
Maybe, Comrade Windsong. But should we sink, remember your friend is Rusalka, and we do well underwater.
What an honor.